Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. In today's episode, we're going to listen to a simple and helpful story called Going to the Doctor, Checkup. This story will help you practice your English listening skills and learn useful health vocabulary. So, find a comfortable place, relax, and enjoy the story. Let's get started. Last Monday, I woke up feeling very tired. I looked at the clock and saw that it was already 8 o'clock in the morning. I had a small headache and my throat felt sore. I also noticed that I had a little cough. I didn't have a fever, but I felt weak and not very hungry. I drank a glass of water and sat on the sofa. I thought maybe I was just tired from the weekend, but my body didn't feel right. My arms and legs were heavy, and I felt a bit dizzy when I stood up. I decided to call my doctor and schedule a checkup. The receptionist was very friendly and gave me an appointment for the next morning at 10 o'clock. I wrote down the time and prepared my things. I took a shower, brushed my teeth, and rested for the rest of the day. The next morning, I woke up early and got ready to go to the clinic. I wore comfortable clothes and took my ID and health card. I arrived at the clinic a few minutes before 10 and sat in the waiting room. There were a few other people waiting too. Some were reading magazines, and others were using their phones. After a short wait, the nurse called my name. She smiled and asked me to follow her. First, she checked my weight and height. Then she asked me to sit on a chair and took my blood pressure. She said it was a little low but nothing serious. She also asked about my symptoms. I told her I had a sore throat, a small headache, and felt very tired. After that, she asked me to wait a few minutes for the doctor. Soon, the doctor came in and greeted me. He was a kind man with glasses and a calm voice. He asked me to sit on the examination table and began to ask questions. He asked how long I had the symptoms and if I had a fever. I told him I didn't have a fever but I felt weak. He looked at my throat and used a small flashlight to check it. He said it looked a little red. Then he used a stethoscope to listen to my chest and back. He asked me to take deep breaths in and out. He said my lungs sounded fine. He also checked my ears and eyes. Everything seemed okay. He asked if I was eating well and sleeping enough. I said I was not sleeping very well lately. He nodded and said that rest was very important. He also asked if I had stress or anxiety. I told him I was a bit stressed at work. He said stress can affect the body and cause tiredness. After the exam, the doctor said I had a mild viral infection. He said it was not serious and that I didn't need antibiotics. He recommended rest, drinking lots of water, and eating healthy food. He also said I could take some medicine for the sore throat and headache if I needed it. He gave me a prescription and told me to come back if I felt worse. I thanked him and went back to the front desk. The receptionist gave me a paper with the details of the visit and a receipt. I went to the pharmacy next to the clinic and gave the prescription to the pharmacist. She gave me a small box of pills and explained how to take them. She said to take one pill every 8 hours with food. I thanked her and went home. I made a cup of tea with honey and lemon and took my first pill. I stayed in bed most of the day, resting and drinking water. I also ate soup and fruit. I turned off my phone and tried to relax. I watched a movie and then took a nap. The next day, I felt a little better. My throat still hurt a bit, but the headache was gone. I continued to rest and take my medicine. By the third day, I felt much better. I was happy I went to the doctor. It was good to check my health and understand what was happening in my body. Now, I try to sleep earlier and eat more fruits and vegetables. I also try to reduce my stress and take care of my mental health. Going to the doctor helped me see the importance of taking care of my body and mind. I learned many new words during the visit, like sore throat, cough, fever, headache, tired, dizzy, checkup, blood pressure, and prescription. I also understood how the doctor and nurse worked together to help me. The nurse took my basic information, like weight, height, and blood pressure. The doctor asked questions, listened to my chest, and gave me advice. It was a simple visit, but very helpful. Now I know that I should not wait too long when I feel sick. It is better to talk to a doctor early and get the right information. I also learned that not all illnesses need strong medicine. Sometimes, the body just needs rest and good care. I feel more confident now about visiting the doctor. I know what to expect, and I can describe my symptoms better. I remember how the doctor spoke clearly and kindly. He made me feel calm and safe. The clinic was clean and organized. Everyone was polite and professional. It was a good experience overall. Since then, I made a small health plan. I want to visit the doctor for regular checkups, not only when I feel sick. I also want to drink more water, eat less junk food, and go for walks in the park. I understand now that health is not only about medicine, but also about daily habits. I will try to listen to my body and give it what it needs. I will also study more health vocabulary in English, so I can talk better with doctors and nurses if I need help again. I wrote down the new words I learned and made flashcards to review them. I also listened to a podcast about health and watched a video where a doctor explained basic symptoms. This helps me improve my English and my health knowledge at the same time. Now, I tell my friends that going to the doctor is not scary. It is important and can help us feel better faster. I am thankful for the care I received and for the chance to learn. I feel stronger, healthier, and more prepared for the future. My next goal is to have a dental checkup and maybe a vision test too. I want to take care of all parts of my health. I feel proud of myself for making that first appointment and going to the clinic. It was a small step, but a big change in my attitude. Now I see that health is a priority, and I want to keep learning more every day. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story and learned some useful new words to help you talk about health and doctor visits in English. Remember, the more you listen, the more you improve. Don't forget to come back for more episodes to keep practicing your English. Take care, stay healthy, and see you next time.